on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Douglas, you can fucking start now. Yeah, I'm done. I got out of my system.
That's better. I think that should just be our opening from now on.
Alright, so, okay. I'll start every opening with a new song.
New song of the week. Hello, and welcome to Nameless Nerds, the podcast where we immediately contradict ourselves by introducing ourselves. Sitting to my left is 21-year-old owner of Kylo Ren bedsheets, Callum. Across from me is owner of broken glasses fixed with duct tape and confidence, Lana.
Lana, banana, totana, romana, bobana, bandana, Lana.
Oh, it's, well done.
Thank you.
I didn't know that. Wow.
I spent a lot of time thinking that up.
That's great.
And next to her is the owner of a stuffed animal, which I have forgotten the name of, but I know is precious to Sophie.
So precious.
I am Douglas, and no, ma'am, you can't sell my Star Wars Legos. How are we all?
Is your mom trying to sell your Star Wars Legos?
She's asked me a couple of times.
Aww.
Oh, my mom tries to get me to sell my Barbie dolls because I don't play with them. They're just sitting in the attic, but I'm like, no!
That's actually I have we've got a really small house now, so I can't have all my cuddly toys in my room. I've got this massive block of the clear sort of plastic drawers you get.
Yeah.
A massive thing of them, just full of toys with heaps of massive ones on top of it. And my mom's just take them to the charity shop, and I'm just like, never.
I have a lot of teddy bears, but if people tell me to do stuff, I normally refuse to do it. Like when I was cleaning my room, my mom was like, Lana, get up and clean your room. At 8 in the morning, she came in, because I was going to do my essay, and then she came in at 8 in the morning and went, we're going to clean the entire house, basically. She was like, clean your room. And I was like, no. So, my sister got up and started cleaning. She's like, oh my God, Mom, Lana's not doing it. And I was like, whatever. And she was like, Lana! My mom's just given up on me, where the point where it's my life is a comedy show, where she's
Lana
just
put her hands
oh,
on her
Lana.
hips and tilted her head as she said, Lana!
And then, but
Callum just did the Z clip.
yeah.
This is an audio podcast.
my sister later on was eventually like, why are you cleaning the room? And she was like, Mom! And my mom came in and I was sitting in my bed eating a waffle. I have a pack of waffles next to my bed, so I was eating them. She's like, Lana, clean your room! All mom, stereotypical mom, yeah. But then my sister eventually was like, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you cleaning the room? I'm like, I'm not cleaning the room with a hostile person. And she just gets getting more angry. I'm like, see, you're just a hostile person. She's like, I'm not hostile! She eventually went out, later on after she cleaned her stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean the room now. Because no one was telling me to clean it. I cleaned willingly. So don't tell me what to do or I won't do it.
Okay.
Wonderful. Also,
so, how is everyone?
I am alright. I'm in a bit of a crazy state just now, though. Because
you're wearing...
Yeah, you're wearing
I'm wearing cat ears.
With, little...
And also, anybody who's a fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Fitzsimmons.
So, no one.
Fitzsimmons.
Hi, Douglas.
My ship has become true.
Oh, yeah,
it's really sad.
We have, at most... At the time of uploading this podcast, we will literally have just uploaded the first 2 episodes because we have had so much trouble with uploading podcasts.
Yeah.
So the likelihood that our 2 listeners, if we have 2 listeners...
Me and you.
Me and you. Watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, no, my friend Megan shall be listening to this. Hey, Megan. This is the one you haven't met.
Oh, this is the Megan we're trying to get everyone to follow. Isn't it? In the first episode, we were like, let's follow all the Megans in the world.
Okay. But yeah, so she will probably listen to this, I hope. And she likes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She gets this Fitzsimmons.
Megan, you're a loser.
Hey, well, guess what, Douglas? So's your face!
That was terrible.
His face.
Your face.
I think you should leave insulting Douglas to me.
I'll just go with your face all the time.
Mine and Douglas' friendship has just reverted to me bullying Douglas. But I've noticed
that's
I do that with a lot of
though.
men I feel comfortable with. I just bully them.
But being mean to someone and then being totally cool with it is a sign of true friendship, I think. It's if you can tell someone they're
Sophie, you're not allowed to be mean to Douglas, but I am.
My friend.
We're train buddies, Douglas.
Oh, she looks so sad. Only kidding, you're my friend.
Such a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the...
So bad. Okay.
And thanks for the Lana Banana from
no problem.
American Horror Story.
You've never seen American Horror Story?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? Well, you
Basic
should, because
White Girl.
have you seen...
I'm just
I haven't seen Hotel yet.
I'm pathetically terrified of things like that.
It's great.
Because
Vampires, why not?
Spoil it.
Shut up,
I don't want to know anything.
It literally tells you the first episode.
I don't care.
What's that actually about? I've looked
American Horror. It's like they have
It's just
the
an
same.
anthology series.
It's like they tell stories through like a certain amount of episodes, and it's like the first one is like these people move into a house and like everyone's creepy. I think they have the same actors for every season.
So
it's
every
like someone.
season it's a new story.
So it's like
an
someone's
anthology
telling
show.
a story of all the things. So I like to imagine it as someone's telling a story and they're like acting it out, and then like the next season it's like, okay, now you tell a ghost story, and then.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's not presented like
It's not presented like that, but I like to think of it like that.
But like, it is all connected apparently. The showrunner has said it's all connected. And like, so like the first season was Murder House, which is like this family
Second
moves
was
into
Asylum, yeah.
this family moves into a house and then it's haunted.
I don't think I would move into Murder House.
Weird stuff happens anyway. And then the second season, which is the best one, Asylum.
I like Coven.
Coven is pretty good, but I think Asylum is the best
And
one.
the third one is.
Asylum is like, as you can guess, an asylum, and it's amazing. You know Zachary Quinto, who played Spock in the new Star Trek
I
films?
know of him, yes.
Yeah, well, he's in it, and he's amazing. And then 3 is Coven, which is about witches.
It's really good. Like they sew like a head of a fucking was it deer? I can't remember. Or a goat's head onto a
Kathy
guy.
Bates is in it
It's
as
great.
well in season 3.
Wasn't Lady Gaga in one of the seasons?
Lady Gaga isn't the most current one, but Kathy Bates is in season 3 onwards. And then season 4 is Freak Show, which is about like one of the last freak
it just
shows in
ended.
America, and it's real weird. And like there's a clown called Twisty.
Oh, did you see the bit where like that guy was hugging the tiny girl and like it was like Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's so sweet, and then it was like, oh no.
And then the most recent one is Hotel, which is about a hotel, and that's the one that has Lady Gaga in it. Welcome to Nameless Nerds, where we explain American Horror Story and stuff.
Yeah, Douglas wants to try and tell me what Game of Thrones is, but I don't care.
Game of Thrones is
Oh my
a
God.
wonderful
No,
epic adventure full of murder, death, incest, and beheadings, and of course,
It's a dragon
ice
titty
zombies.
show. That's all it is. Dragon titties.
Ice zombies.
Read the book.
The books are pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah, you left
You-
your book in Starbucks.
They left a real big thing out of the books, though.
What was it?
Out of the books.
Yeah, with okay, Sophie, you haven't gotten this far, so I don't know.
No, it's fine, honestly.
Okay, so Catelyn Stark is murdered.
Was this Lady Stone?
Yeah.
I know all
of
about
course,
this,
yeah.
it's great. They should have added that.
So Catelyn Stark is murdered, and her throat is slit, and she's thrown naked into a river by the Freys.
The
And
Trident.
The Trident, that's the
Yeah.
one. And she comes back as like a weird zombie person who can't talk because her throat got slit. And she's really creepy, and it's awesome. And why didn't they include it in the
No,
show?
they might be. Apparently, they might be doing it in the next season.
Oh.
But it wouldn't be Michelle Fairley playing her.
Oh.
There's been things that they might be doing it, but she's saying that she hasn't been told anything about it, and she doesn't think they'd bring her back for it. But they might be doing it, which would be awesome.
Who else would they use then? Because that's just...
Me.
I don't know.
It's just me. Yes.
Maybe two
Because
of them
Michelle
maybe.
Fairley's
Oh yeah. I would be the best fucking ghost though.
No, she was
Like imagine me like you moved in a house and I'm fucking haunting it.
Wow, that was
It's like we're gonna have a party. It's like no, I just want to read my books. We're gonna have a fucking party, you piece of shit.
I would kind of prefer it if she didn't get resurrected though.
Really?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know, because it's just really weird. Because, I mean, she was quite like a good character, now she's coming back as like some kind of like vengeful zombie. Like,
I like
really weird.
I like
because
the
she's with the
idea.
Brotherhood of Banners, isn't she? Brotherhood without
Brotherhood
Banners.
without-
Yeah, the Beric
Thoros of
Dondarrion and
Yeah.
all that. And,
But Beric Dondarrion, like, dies to resurrect Catelyn Stark.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if they introduced it, but they've maybe left it a bit too long for the
Yeah, you don't, I mean...
show. Yeah.
That's why I wondered about the Greyjoys, because they've left the Greyjoys.
Yeah.
Oh no,
they-
they're coming back this season. They've been
I
doing
know.
Yeah,
filming.
but like they've left like the two of the best Greyjoy characters out of the show, like
Yeah.
Euron and
Yeah, because
Victarion.
Victoria, yeah, and, but I
Yeah.
mean, like,
So
what
those
I'm-
who don't watch or read Game of Thrones, like yeah, let's have a social life.
Spoilers, by the way.
I think it's a bit late for that,
Yeah.
Douglas.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Read the description.
Oh, I totally spoiled a part of Game of Thrones for our friend Amber the other
Oh,
day.
so did I. I did last week.
It was really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
We were all sitting at a table and like we were talking about how Jon Snow might be coming back. She hasn't seen season 5, but she knows Jon Snow dies.
Who doesn't know he's died?
Yeah, exactly.
That was so funny.
But like, there's been rumors that him and
hero of the story.
Ewan Rhee and Ramsay
Ramsay Bolton
filming a fight scene.
are gonna fight, And I spoiled two things for her because I was like, "Oh, Ramsay Bolton," and she was like, "He's a Bolton now," and I was like, "Oh, sorry." But apparently, isn't that in season 4?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
it's season
But
4,
she'd
I
forgotten
remember.
or something. But then I was like, "Do you think Ramsay Bolton's going to be like real cruel to Jon Snow while they're fighting? Do you think he'll be like clashing swords and he'll be like, 'I raped your sister,' and then like Amber just turned to me and she was like, 'What?' And I was like, and then I was like, 'But which sister?' Like just kind of like drifted away.
One of my friends was reduced to tears when Jon Snow died. Very big fan of Kit Harington. She loves his hair, and like at that point nobody was sure if he was coming back or not. And I texted her and I was like, Kit Harington's just been killed off. That means his contract that's stopping him from cutting his hair doesn't exist anymore. I got some sort of unintelligible text, and I was told that the next day she was brought to tears in art because they were talking about what celebrities were hot, and they got into Kit Harington, and she just was like, "But he can cut his hair now," and started crying.
I don't think he would, because if I looked that good with long hair, I
He
wouldn't.
hates long hair though. Like he said, as soon as he can get short hair, he's getting short hair. But his hair is fucking fabulous.
Okay. I think we've just like prolonged this intro, so let's.
Yeah.
I wish-
We were talking about how everyone was, and then it just disintegrated.
I quite like the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we'll when Game of Thrones comes back, we'll just talk about Game of Thrones. We'll do an episode.
We'll do
of
an
Game of
episode.
Thrones.
You
We'll
don't have
educate
to be
one.
here,
We can like
Lana.
rate,
Oh, no.
we can like rate the seasons and the books and stuff. 'cause
I won't be
that'll
here that episode
Yeah.
because I have like more better things to do than Douglas does, so it's fine.
It's not just
Lana
us,
can
the
just sit in
three
the
of
back
us.
and be like, "Anime."
It's like, is it an anime?
Douglas,
First
isn't
week
Is
was
it
that
an
like-
anime?
First
No.
week
Isn't that
was
what
just
she
like
just
this,
said
like, yeah.
Quite literally, it
Yeah.
sounds like sort of.
It's like Lana will become Callum for that
I know
episode.
this is so mean to Callum because Callum's like, "Oh, something I can talk about,"
Yeah.
and Lana's like, "No."
like, are you gonna talk
Goes,
about this?
"Screw you, Callum."
No, Callum.
Yeah, because I think there'll be a few like themed episodes. Like I was thinking we could do a Star Wars episode.
Yes.
Oh,
For Force
Star
Awakens.
Wars.
We should do a Marvel episode before Civil War.
Yay.
Like
We
Maybe a
should do
DC episode
an
before.
episode live from Aberdeen Comic Con. It might be terrible and it might be bad like it was last year. It was a great atmosphere. Just could have been a bit better. But still, it'll be awesome. And I think you guys should all come and we should do a podcast from it.
what's a
It'll be
comic con?
No.
We could do it at Impercon.
Yeah, we
my
can do it.
convention,
Black
which I
Lives
organised. Come to Impery
I
for
actually love watching
Impercon.
the Comic Con things because I watched like the Game of Thrones one,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, you have like Emilia Clarke and Natalie Dormer, and it's like they're all really good looking,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that's like the one day they have to put up with the nerds who give them their money.
I feel like it's all celebrities though.
No.
Like-
It's
Yeah.
really funny because I'll just like, and then it's like some guys like, rotate like on
I love.
and it's like, you have to be nice to them because it's like, oh, please give me money.
I
Callum
love.
just did this like hunch thing when he did that voice. And he was like,
I love the videos you get from. Have you seen the video of Tom Hiddleston when he comes on dressed as Loki?
Yeah.
Oh my
Right,
god.
you know that there's the guy in the audience who screams out, "My wife loves you."
yeah, and he like almost breaks character
Yeah,
and stuff.
he
yeah.
breaks her. But I was at Comic Con this year, not in costume, and a guy from the audience, the same guy, just shouted out, "My wife still loves you."
It's still loves-
brilliant. Yeah.
Wonderful things I've seen at the conventions I've gone to. Who's been to the most conventions actually?
I've
I've
been
never
to
been
one.
to a comic convention.
I've
I've
been
been
to
to a
one.
train
I've
convention, a toy train.
You went
'Cause when I was younger, me and my dad like used to like collect Hornby and stuff
Aw.
because my dad used to do it when he was younger. So he took me to like this toy train convention.
And now you're
when I
like a
was-
disgrace and collect comic books.
Yeah, no, I'm like, screw your trains, Dad. Like, I like Superman now.
And Lego.
And Legos. No, I always like Legos.
Everyone likes Legos, but they're
Everyone
like
does.
dangerous when you have those mats and like actual Legos on the floor.
Oh, they made Lego slippers. Like Lego have produced slippers. And you
I would
can
be
walk on the
terrified
Lego.
because I'd be like, what if I dropped a Lego in there and didn't know about it?
Did anyone see James May's Lego house?
Yes.
Or a toy?
Oh, that was fantastic.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
there's-
got my dad gave me a book on it.
Oh, actually.
Because they made a little book, like you know those little books that you get in Tesco's that are like £9
Yeah.
and they'd be made for like 20p and they're just like a hardback and you open it up. It's just got a couple of pictures and some nice little words about
Yeah.
how the construction was done and that, and it's quite interesting. But still got it.
I went to a train convention a couple of years ago, but it was quite chaotic. It all derailed very quickly.
Nice. So probably me and Sophie have been in the most convention. How many?
I have been to Aberdeen Comic Con, that's sort of my convention experience.
Well, I've been to a lot of conventions. I've been like cosplaying a bunch too.
Like, what happens at the Aberdeen one? 'Cause I don't Game of
Well,
Thrones
this
stuff.
year it was at Transition Extreme. This year was at Transition Extreme, which can hold
Just hold
400 people.
Uh,
Over 4,000 people turned up.
4,000.
was
Yeah.
this the one
4,000.
where it was?
So
1,000
I queued
doors.
for 4 hours in the rain.
Oh my god, I queued too. I was making a joke about it because when we were lined up, it started raining.
Yes.
But then,
Oh.
but wait, no. But someone dressed as Cloud and Lightning from Final Fantasy walked past and it stopped raining. I was like, Cloud and Lightning has brought us despair. Yes, they've saved us from despair. I kept making a joke. How they were
R.I.P. earphones.
Yeah.
But no, I went as Hawkeye, as you do from Matt Fraction comic. But next year it's going to be a 2-day thing at the Hilton Tree Top Hotel. So they've got the creative Judge Dredd apparently coming and loads of stuff. So it looks really good. So I'm
That'd be nice.
Oh my
I'd
God.
like
Planning
to be
my
creative,
costumes
just
for
There
like-
was
next year.
someone
just like
dressed
rub it in my
up.
friend's face.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we forgot
Along.
at our convention, we forgot to inform the police that there would be people cosplaying and some of them had fake weapons. But so 2 officers came down, but like in the end we told them, oh, it's just a con, and they were like, oh really? But then they saw Judge Dredd and like they all wanted pictures with him, and I was like, good job.
Have you guys seen Dread?
Yeah.
I keep going through
My
it.
brother has it
Yeah.
on DVD.
It's like one of the most underrated movies ever made, in my own opinion, and is one of the most underrated comic book films ever made.
Yeah.
It is like, it is the epitome of a great comic book movie. It is ridiculously like action packed, and it's like I think it didn't do well because it was an 18.
You know what also
and
is
also
underrated?
the original was like really crappy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great movie. Everyone should watch it. Cersei.
Yes, I thought. I was like,
Cersei
she was
is
in that.
the main villain. in
Lena
it.
Headey.
Lena Headey, that's it.
I was like, is
called
that the one
Mama,
she was
and
in?
she's so good. But
Nice.
she's not like the same villain as she is as Cersei. She's like different and like she's a good actress.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lana, sorry.
Legally Blonde the musical is highly
No.
underrated.
Legally Blonde the musical.
It's
is
hilarious.
fucking brilliant.
That was such a tangent.
No, but have you fucking seen the musical though? Like Douglas.
So when
you would like the
I
musical.
it came to Aberdeen and I really wanted to see it, and then my mum was like, no, we can't afford to go see it, and I was really upset. But then I came in the next day and my mum was like, so I won tickets to Legally Blonde. And I was like,
Legally Blonde though
Brilliant.
is just like it's a comedy about stereotypes.
it's so just wonderful. It's gay or
It is.
European.
Okay. So let's get on
Yeah.
with our first start, and we will start with Douglas today. He's gonna
Oh.
pitch the final part of his movie
Oh
series.
crap! I normally go last. Okay. Ah!
No, we're gonna have
I'm
you
not
go
prepared. Ah!
first. Now that Douglas
And
is on,
Douglas
and
is
all
gone.
the attractive members are here. Yes.
Sorry, I usually just write it while we're doing the podcast and then improvise.
No.
Only kidding. I
No.
write it at 2 a.m. before we do the podcast.
I keep waking up late, and it's because I've been. Yeah, I'm here in my clothes that I fell asleep in. So our school clothes I'm wearing.
College, Lana.
I
college.
went. Yeah, college. I went to work, and then I came home, and I was
Drama
sitting
nerd.
in bed. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna lie here for a little bit. My mom comes in, and she's like, Lana, there's chicken in the oven. And I was like, okay. And then she leaves. She came back later, and I was like sleeping, and she was like, Lana. I was like, yeah. She was like, you gonna eat your chicken? I was like, yeah, it's just gonna get later after a minute. She's like, okay. And then I woke up and like I looked at my phone and it was hardly charged. And Callum was like, I'm at the station. And I was like, what? So I was like really ill. And
See, when you're
everyone meet my bedhead.
See,
And brushed it.
When
Lovely.
when you talked about your mum with a chicken, I just imagined her coming in like with a live chicken and she, like,
Oh my
shoving it around the
god!
neck and
But
she's
that's
like,
something my
"Lana,
mom
I've
would
got
do.
chicken!"
Like I went into the fridge like a week
Cooking.
ago. I opened the fridge. I looked inside it. There was just a dead bird on a plate, and I was like,
Ah,
"What?" I closed the fridge and I went through it. I was like, "It's like, what is it?" Lana? I was like, "There's a dead bird in our fridge." She was like, "Yeah, I'm keeping it there for later." And I was like, "What are you keeping it for?" Mom, what are you keeping it for?
your mum doesn't know how to keep dead birds.
No, my mom like keeps dead birds all the time.
Lana,
she owns
we have to
birds.
go
She
to the
kills.
police. Talk about your mum.
She owns like an allotment and stuff, and she kills her own bird. And she's like professional bird killer because she works for plucking turkeys during the Christmas, which I also do. It's good for extra money. I'm brushing. Wow, my hair is surprisingly soft this morning. Wait,
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm just brushing my hair out of this podcast.
Okay. So for the third part of this multiverse film, we're just gonna do a Fantastic Four movie. But it's not going to be like the other Fantastic Four movies. We're not showing... Well, we are showing an origin, but it's not going to be like an origin of the characters getting together. They will already be like a familial unit. so they're gonna be together a lot and like closely knit and like stop sighing. God.
No, sign it's someone else.
You're not even paying attention to
Calm's
Douglas.
like just looking at BBC News and I'm like, I'm talking about comic books! Why aren't you listening? Anyway. So yeah, show, don't tell. Just like have them as a familiar unit, have them all like know each other and get on well, but they don't have their superpowers yet. And this is all going on while like the universes are all collapsing like we've been seeing in the past 2 films. And we need to cast well, because the last Fantastic Four movie was really well cast, it just bombed. So I've kind of gone for a bit of older casting, because I think it's dumb making Reed really young. He should be older, to me, anyway.
I'm seeing
I agree with that,
Fantastic
yeah.
Four, so now I know that Reed's young, and now
I haven't seen it, but
It's kind of a slow build to
didn't
nothing,
bother.
really.
Yeah.
Like it was a slow build, and I thought, okay, there's gonna be something good at the end, and then it was just kind of, that
I
was.
like the bit at the start when the wee boy called him a dick.
Yes.
I feel like that was the one bit you showed up for. You're like, that's it. I'm
Yeah.
going home now. Movie's done.
It was kind of like I went to see it after I'd seen and that day Ant-Man and Inside Out,
Oh, that's not
and it was just like it was a kind of a disappointing end to the day.
Yeah.
It was like 2
Ant-Man
great
and then
films, and then I was like,
That's
okay.
like when I saw The Last Witch Hunter after seeing Suffragette.
Oh, how was that?
Suffragette.
Well, Suffragette
is
was
amazing.
amazing, and then Last Witch Hunter was balls.
I really liked it.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm allowed my own opinion, Douglas.
Nope, not about that movie.
Vin Diesel's in it. I'm okay.
Rose Leslie's in it, who she grew up 10 minutes from where I live, which is freaking me out
Yeah,
still.
but she's ginger. I don't know how that's
That was
right.
by
My
fire.
brother's ginger.
So
My
is mine.
girlfriend's
I can get
ginger.
away with it.
Are you sure?
We're all connected to gingers. Somehow.
Did you know?
Six gingers
Sophie.
of separation.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Everyone here has blue eyes. I just noticed this.
Really?
And
Oh my
apparently,
God.
And
apparently,
also, you 3 are blonde, so that makes you kind of Aryan.
the best part is apparently that they believe that blue eyes, because it's a mutation, came from one guy, so we all might be distantly related.
Oh no!
Yes!
I
Yes!
don't want to be related to Sophie.
I saw this.
Oh!
I don't mind everyone else, just Sophie. So I'm
Thanks
not.
I wouldn't
much,
mind having a
Douglas.
puppy cousin.
Yeah, I kind of wouldn't mind being related to Callum either. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
No one minds being related to
Alana, I can believe. Like, I can.
Like, we're so in sync, so I think.
Yeah, we're very kind
Similar.
of like John Cena.
Yeah.
etc. So yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
I've
God.
kind of done a bit of casting for this movie because for the
Okay.
past 2 I didn't have to do the casting, but for this I'm like, yeah, let's cast it. So I've got 2 choices for Reed. First one, Simon Pegg.
Yes! Oh my god.
It's a little bit outside his normal roles, but like he is a really good actor. He's
He's
not
fantastic.
credited for it. Everyone says, "Oh, he plays the same character in every film."
He's
Watch The
fantastic.
World's End. He's so like he's a deep character in that, and like it's very well
Like
fleshed out.
he's really good in
It's really good.
Hector and the
Oh.
Search for Happiness.
Yeah,
like
and-
he's fantastic in that. Like
I love
it's
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite
It's-
comedies, and also like that recent film
Man Up.
Man Up. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was wonderful in that. But like I thought he would work quite well because he's kind of got that clever thing. But I thought like it would be really interesting to see Simon Pegg play more of a stoic character. The other choice is more for looks and also because he is a good actor and slightly underrated. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I don't know. Do you guys know him?
No.
No, is he the Human Torch? I take it.
No, that's my other choice for Reed.
Alright.
So
Oh.
have you guys ever seen Supernatural?
Yes.
Okay, you know the dad in Supernatural.
Oh my god, yes.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I don't know. Have you seen Watchmen?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
He's the comedian in Watchmen as well. Have you seen The Losers?
No.
Oh, you people.
I-
Anyway.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean? I have seen
Apart
all
from
these
you.
things.
I've been going out.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
and
Callum
Callum-
is the only one here with like a social.
Callum's had a life.
I do a lot of like extra, like I do community service. So like
I've
makes it
just-
nice like I'm a gangster, but no, like I help community groups and stuff. So.
Anyway, I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan because he's got very much that fatherly. In Supernatural, he's very good at doing this, and like he is a really good actor and underrated. Like his role as the comedian in Watchmen is fantastic. Everyone should watch that movie. It's a good movie. The comic is better, but it's still a good movie. Anyway, that's off topic. Susan, or the Invisible Woman. So I was either thinking I've just forgotten the actress who played Cersei again.
Lena Headey?
Lena Headey. So Lena Headey, because I would like her to play a nice character for once.
She was a nice character in St. Trinity, and it was weird. She was an English teacher with glasses, and I was like, no, but you're Cersei! Why? Why is this happening?
Centrinians
I
is
think it
brilliant.
would be
It's
quite
fantastic.
funny
I love
if it was a
Centurions.
bitch,
Sorry.
I wasn't sorry.
though. That would be.
Tom just gave Lana a look like.
That look came out really bitchy. It didn't mean to.
You're like, what? I'm hugging, and I'm like, oh, sorry, mate.
This is my podcast.
I'm taking over.
Since the Game of Thrones thing, Callum has just got a new lease of confidence. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you all.
It's like you're actually going to hear from Callum this week.
Anyway, Callum, what were you
I think it would be funny if Invisible Woman was a bitch though.
Like, I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
I
You have to say
like.
the world shut up.
I
The world
think-
is ending. Well, stop being a little bitch about it and do something.
I'd be interested to see her in the role anyway.
Yeah.
The other choice for her is Elizabeth Banks. Do you guys know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that would be
she
good.
directed Pitch Perfect, and she's also in Pitch Perfect.
She's isn't
she's
she?
also in 30 Rock.
She's in
and
Hunger Games, isn't she? She's
yeah,
Effie.
she's Effie in the Hunger Games.
Everyone said the second Pitch Perfect was kind of shit.
I
was
liked
okay.
it.
It's not.
I thought it was really
It's okay.
good.
It was okay.
I could stand the
Like
first one.
the
but-
first one's better. The second one's not as bad as people made it out to
I
be.
saw it after Mad Max Fury Road, so it was kind of like oh, this is just.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Mad Max yet.
I don't know.
I'm making a third Pitch Perfect, which it kind of annoys me because I thought the second one would have been a really good way just to end
They
it.
want a trilogy though. But anyway, so yeah, those are my two choices for Susan. Human Torch, I was thinking Sam Claflin, another Hunger Games alumni. He was Finnick.
Yes.
One up
Oh,
in there.
he's really good.
He would be great.
He
as,
was.
Human
Have you ever
Torch.
seen Love Rosie?
No.
He's in that. He's the main guy in that. He's really fantastic in that. It's a really good film. It's quite underrated actually.
He is also in The Quiet Ones, which is a horror film with I've forgotten the name of the person, but he's always hammy and stuff, and it's a good movie. But he's a great actor. He's really underrated. And the thing, I've gone kind of famous for this, but I'm casting on body type and charisma because I feel like that should be important to the thing. Jamie Bell, you know what? He's a good actor.
He's great. He's Billy Elliot.
Yeah, but like, so I've gone for The Rock or Tom Hardy.
Oh, Tom Hardy. I'd say that's
So
would be a
that's
great one.
that's quite out there
Yeah.
because like they're obviously quite big names.
I think Kenneth Branagh would be a good thing.
He's just bitter about his life. Yeah, he would be actually after seeing Look Back in Anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my big orange rock thing.
He'd be pretty. Yeah.
But yeah, I like the idea of The Rock because obviously he's the most charismatic person on the planet, and also
You met me?
He's huge. And Tom Hardy. Cast Tom Hardy as anything. Like they wanted him as Punisher, and he's not doing that now. So like
you could
give him something in Marvel.
You
It'd be
could
fun.
cast Tom Hardy as a 3-year-old girl, and you would believe that he was the 3-year-old girl, and it was fantastic, and be fantastic at it.
I don't want to question my sexuality over a 3-year-old girl. To be honest, but, like,
No,
'cause it's Tom Hardy. No, okay.
I'll be
That
honest
was
with Tom
too
Hardy
dark.
until
Yeah, that was a bit
until
dark.
I saw Mad Max. I didn't realize just how many roles he's in because he plays so many different characters, and he's like when he's Bane, he's unrecognizable kind of. Like I saw Mad Max and I was like, I'll see what he's in. And I'm like, no way, I haven't seen him in all this stuff because he can take a character and completely make it his own, and it's fantastic. He's one of the best actors out there, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, pretty much I'm kind of gonna go more into the comic kind of Fantastic Four because in the past like 3 Fantastic Four movies, Rise of the Silver Surfer is an okay movie. It's not good, but
I
it's like
liked
it's
it.
watchable.
I quite,
Yeah, you can watch it and
I quite-
enjoy it.
It's gonna sound bad, but I quite like the original sort of Fantastic Four movies. They're bad, but they're quite
You
good.
can watch them.
I quite like
You
them.
can
Like, if
watch
you
them.
weren't like a super, I love movies, or I'm really into comic books, and you
Yeah.
watched it, you were like, this is a good movie.
You
quite
wouldn't,
like
you
it.
My
wouldn't
mom
like go.
fucking loved those movies.
You wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but it's good rubbish. Like
I
it's
love it.
good, like just crap to watch. But like anyway, I kind of want to subvert the whole thing and introduce something that they did in the more recent movie with the dimension, because
yeah.
instead of going into space, they cross dimensions. And that's how they get their powers. But my idea is more they go into like a weird, like demonic and like monster-filled dimension. And when they go in there to inspect what's going on, they kind of see monsters who have the same sort of powers, like, you know, kind of foreshadowing that that's what's going to happen to them. So, like, you can see, like, a flame monster or something, or, like, a monster that's, like, all stretchy and weird, and, like, maybe they have to encounter them, and, like, and they can even take them on in, like, a weird, like, you know, alien space marine thing. Has everyone seen Aliens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Aliens is an amazing movie, but yeah, that kind of idea, but with more outlandish monsters.
Cool.
And then, you know, they're going to come back and, like, give their report, and suddenly they find out that they have powers, and, you know, the thing starts transforming and mutating. And I want to keep the body horror idea that they had in the most recent one, because they had this kind of idea of, like, a thing like The Thing, like the movie The Thing, the famous horror film.
Yeah.
They had an idea of doing body horror quite similar to that, so I wanted to keep that in, like, show them mutating and just getting all weird and, like, yeah, like, just, I want it to be quite kind of, like,
shocking.
ugh. Yeah, like, I want you to be watching it and just, like, kind of flinch and, like, go, oh, that could happen to me. Like maybe when Mr. Fantastic is stretching, you can hear, like, his bones cracking or something. Like, I want it to go dark. And, like, The Thing, like, we can see his, like, skin, like, mutate and, like, pop out and, like, just get really weird with it. And, like, because that's what the Fantastic Four should be. It's a weird premise. But it should also be kind of uplifting. Like, it should be weird, but it should also be, like, fantastical.
Yeah.
So it's, like, it's fighting against the dark things in your life that are pulling you down and making them weird and wonderful. So they're going to go back and try and figure out what's happening to them and to, like, try and reverse it for the Thing. But, like, they realize, you know, they can't do it. And the rest of the film is going to show them navigating the weird dimension with odd monsters, and it can be done as far as possible. And, like, I was thinking, you know, there's maybe a possibility of shifting in Doctor Doom, but to be honest, we've seen him so much.
Yeah, he's kind of the go-to Fantastic Four villain by now.
And he is a great villain
He's great,
in the comics,
yeah.
but he's never been done right in film.
No.
And
there's a lot of good Fantastic Four villains to choose from.
yeah, but
So,
like,
yeah.
I was just thinking, just do it like a weird, like, 70s space adventure, but they're in a different dimension.
Yeah.
Colin's
like-
just looking at me. That's crazy.
So, like, maybe you can do what they did in the
How'd you
most
want
recent
it?
film, and, like, have Doctor Doom come through with them,
Yeah.
and maybe something happens to him while he's through there, or maybe, like, he follows them along because he wants to get he wants to get the sort of powers that they have, and that can set up for a future film. But really, considering that this is going to be in the same universe where Infinity War and all the other Marvel properties are about to happen, we can really leave that to, like, Phase 4 of Marvel.
Yeah.
Because because the whole reason I'm like, you should buy X-Men, you should buy Fantastic Four, and you should get, you know, all the Spider-Man, is because you need stuff for Phase 4 that's going to hold some ground in the market. Because, like,
Because
Ant-Man, I really liked it.
It's
It has
fantastic.
problems, don't get me wrong.
like
You know
every
that-
film has problems.
But
But,
Ant-Man
like,
is a joke.
you know the worst part about Ant-Man?
What?
It's really, really, like, it confuses its own scientific theory. Because the whole premise of Ant-Man, I got this off of The Film Theorist, which is a great YouTube channel everyone should watch. But pretty much the premise of Ant-Man is he can shrink himself down to, like, a molecular level, but the way he is doing that is by shrinking the space between the atoms in his body. So when he becomes pre-atomic, that makes no sense, because the way he is becoming small is by shrinking the space between the atoms and becoming dense as hell. So when he goes down, so you know at the end of the spoilers, so you know at the end of the movie when he, like, goes down to, like, a, like,
You can
Microscopic?
smaller than an atom.
Yeah.
And he, like, goes in, like, which is an awesome sequence. It's very kind of like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it's, like, real weird. And I love it because I want Marvel to get weirder because
like
if
with
not,
Doctor Strange, they're definitely going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Doctor Strange.
because Marvel, if you don't get weirder, people are going to stop caring.
Because the issue I think with Marvel is because they're going to do Infinity Wars, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be so huge, and I think Inhumans, I think, is set to come out after Infinity Wars.
No, it's before.
Is it
not?
before?
No, oh wait, it's between.
'Cause I know it's on my
between part
21st
1 and part 2.
It's on my 21st birthday. It comes out, which is quite
The thing with,
But
like-
but hold on, because when they do Infinity
Wait,
Wars,
Lana.
Okay.
Lana, you're
or I'll
forgetting
forget all
everyone
this.
today.
Because it's going to be so huge. They have to have something to continue on from that film. Because they can't just go back to the films before, because then you're kind of like,
Yeah, and also, like, I want to see Falcon in a Captain America suit.
Yes.
And I want to see female Thor. And I want to see, like, Spider-Gwen. And I want to see Miles Morales. And I want...
Sorry.
Calvin just started, like, stickering.
I want Kate
And,
Bishop
like-
in the new Miss Marvel. 'cause
Yeah,
she's
I'm like...
amazing.
Welsh.
What?
Just what you said, Spider-Gwen. I just imagine a Welsh.
They could continue on from Infinity Wars with Squirrel Girl because that
Yeah.
would be perfect.
I was about to say, like, do Squirrel Girl. Do weird comics. Do, like, Miss Marvel, you know, the, like, Muslim version.
Camilla Khan.
Yeah.
Because she's so fantastic.
Because that's so wonderfly weird. Colin, why are you laughing?
No.
It doesn't matter.
It's like
back.
they can't
I thought
they
something
can't do it with the film. But at the start of Civil War, the whole thing is like a team of sort of really young superheroes. And they're trying to take down these villains, and they end up causing this massive explosion, which kills a load of people. And it's because people are like, well, hold on, there's all these young people trying to be superheroes, and that's not working. And obviously, they can't do that in Civil War. But after Infinity Wars, they could come out. Like, all these people who discover they have powers or something sort of start to come out and think, these guys have been heroes, I could be a hero kind of thing.
And also,
It'd be
like,
a really great way to continue.
like, the thing is, don't super dilute the market with, like, young superheroes.
No.
Because I don't want that. I want my 46-year-old Ant-Man. I want my 50-year-old Iron Man. I want my superheroes to be kind of aged sometimes. I like some teenage superheroes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But just don't have them all teenagers to appeal to, like, the cool hip market. Just have it the way you have it, but just make it weirder.
Yeah.
Just get weirder. And that's why I want to do that with the Fantastic Four movie. And the movie is going to end with, like, all the universes collapsing in on each other, and we have a, like, new weird Marvel universe at the end. And, like, that is a way you can introduce some Squirrel Girl, or, like, just do some weird stuff. Marvel, because you need to. Because if not, people are going to get bored. And it's going to be an oversaturated market. So if you don't keep changing things up, people will get... Like, the thing is, the problem with the DC movies that are up and coming, don't get me wrong, I'm really excited for Batman vs. Superman. I'm a huge Batman fan. I'm really excited for Suicide Squad. I'm a huge Joker fan. Joker is one of my favourite characters in, like, all of literature. But... the thing is, if you make everything dark and gritty, no one will care. Because it's all dark and gritty. So there is nothing... to be
Trying
like,
to make Aquaman cool.
No, the thing is, Patton Oswalt did this great joke where he said, like, the reason it doesn't work for Superman and Aquaman to be dark and gritty is because if Batman is dark and gritty, it doesn't show next to them. Because he doesn't look dark and cool if everyone else is dark and cool and brooding.
Yeah.
Like, Superman needs to be hopeful, and, like, he needs to, like, make that, like, what's the word? Like, knot in your throat where you're like, oh, like... people can be good. Batman needs to be like, oh, this is twisted and weird and dark, and, like, this is the inners of our psyche. And, like, Aquaman needs to be like, oh, people might make fun of you, but, you know, that doesn't mean you're a bad superhero. And, like, Wonder Woman needs to be, yeah, girls can be cool too. Like, and, like, women should be, like, more, like, she is a woman empowerment figure. And, like, don't put her in the dumb, you know, like, bikini suit, because I really hate the over-sexualization of women in comics, because it makes me feel like a weirdo when I read them. And...
Like, Callum is just silently laughing.
I'll mention on that. Have you heard of the Hawkeye Initiative?
No.
Have you heard?
I thought Callum was like, I have heard of this.
No.
I was like, really?
Have you
There's
heard of
another
the?
joke, 'cause-
Have you heard of the Hawkeye Initiative, though, Douglas?
What?
It's basically like you're saying with the over-sexualization of women in comics. Basically, the thought is because Hawkeye in the comics, he's an idiot. He's Clint Barton, human disaster, basically, and he's so, like, up for a laugh and stuff in the comics and stuff. So people have started replacing, like, redoing the comics, but with, instead of the women, they replace them with Hawkeye and other male superheroes. And it's, some of the results are just hilarious, because it just shows how just stupidly ridiculous these things they do to the women in comics are.
Yeah, I saw this post where they had, like, if everyone posed like Black Widow did in the Avengers poster, and it's all, like, all the male Avengers, like, clutching their butts and, like, stuff
Oh
like
my God,
that.
I
Like, the
remember
Hulk
that.
is, like doing this, and, like, because,
It's
like,
brilliant.
in the poster, she's so, like, turned around for, like, this total butt shot, and, like, she's facing
He's
away
gotten
from
up.
everyone, and she's, like, got her guns, and she's, like, tilting like this, so, like, her butt is really defined, and it's like, it's just making me feel weird for liking these things. It
But,
angers me so much. Like,
have you ever seen the Saturday Night Live sketch where they did, like, a fake Black Widow movie trailer?
yeah, and it's like
like-
Devil Wears Prada. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's-
she's like falls in love with Ultron. And it's wonderful.
Oh
She
my
wants
But,
that
like,
fashion place.
yeah, and, like,
It's
but,
fucking
like,
brilliant.
I think the only character I'm actually okay with it being is Catwoman, Catwoman is allowed to be
Yeah.
over-sexualized
She is kind of a
because
bit of a
that's her
that's her
character.
character.
Slut.
It's like River Song being sexual, like in Doctor Who. Let's get Doctor Who in here. River Song being sexualized, that's fine because that's her character, and you can be a strong female character who is over-sexualized in the same way that you can be a strong male character who's over-sexualized. But every female character can't be over-sexualized.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of it, which is
Yeah,
why I
but-
wanted to cast like kind of less like
Well endowed,
like
bodily.
well endowed. that's males, but
Doesn't matter.
females can have big penises too. But like that's why I wanted to cast Cersei and or Elizabeth Banks, because while they are very beautiful women, they're far too self-respecting to be like wearing their super suits and have like the zip down
zip
like
down.
on their cleavage, so like literally it's just their nipples that aren't showing. And it's like, why not cast some respected women in comic book films? Why not have
The
some
Queen.
women directors in? And like,
Yeah.
yeah, like sorry Cal, go on.
I said the Queen. You know,
Yes,
women.
have the Queen. But like Gal Gadot, do you guys know who Gal Gadot is? She was cast as
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Oh right, the Israeli woman.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. And I'm going to tell you why I hate this. She's a model. She
Oh
has
my
the
God.
acting experience from Fast and the Furious. I'm not saying models shouldn't have acting jobs, because Karen Gillan is a model and she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying she's not got the build that Wonder Woman should have.
Mm-hmm.
She's like all skinny and like lanky and like she's an Amazon woman. Like she should be like big and like
She should literally
She
look
should
like
look-
the women out of Futurama, you know, the
Arrived in
giant
like
ones.
2 working days.
She look like world's strongest woman.
Yeah, she should look gorgeous but tough.
Yeah.
Like she is a good-looking woman in the comics, but make her tough.
Make bodybuilder.
Like
Bodybuilders in.
like that's the thing. We don't have any like kind of ugly women in film if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like because Melissa McCarthy, yeah, she's fat, but is she bad looking?
No.
Like would you say Melissa McCarthy is ugly?
No.
Brienne of Tarth, Gwendolyn Christie.
She modelled for Vivienne Westwood.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong. She's fantastic as Brienne of Tarth, but like she's not ugly. Like
not.
she's really not. She's a really like good-looking woman.
Yeah.
But like it's just
She fucking modelled.
exactly like it's like. But for some reason, men in comedy are allowed to be like bad-looking.
Yeah.
Like it's just. I've gone on to this whole like sexist rant. This is the only reason Amber is going to listen this week. She's
Oh
just
my
be like,
God.
Douglas is ranting about the over-sexualization of women in like media, and it's wonderful. And how long have I been going on about it for? Like,
Probably a while.
42 minutes.
yeah, okay.
You need to conclude your story, Douglas.
Anyway, off this tangent of the unfairness of stuff about women in media. Yeah. That's how I'd end my verse trilogy, by having the universes collapsing on each other and we have one nice, perfect Marvel universe. So that, yeah,
Good job, Douglas.
thank you. I hope you didn't mind that.
Although
I
you went off
rambled.
at that, maybe I
That's
should just
fine.
delete your tangent.
No!
No, we'll keep
I
it
had
there.
so much energy went
Here is
into
my
that.
thing
Like,
for
I'm
this,
so
right?
like hyped up now. I'm like, fucking,
Like,
why can't women be ugly?
Like Douglas would just walk out. Like,
Douglas.
we get out here. Douglas just rained down like, women should be ugly in movies.
Don't,
It's like,
don't worry, if I ever achieve my goal of being in a Marvel movie, you'll go, women can be ugly.
Oh, that's been brutal.
Sophie fixed it.
Sophie fixed it.
But like,
Yeah.
it just bugs
But,
me because I'm trying to think of an ugly woman
I have
like, in movies, and I'm like,
yeah.
Even,
I am-
like ugly Betty was pretty hot.
yeah, like, what the hell? She's not ugly. You just put braces on her
Yeah.
and made her like
And
talk like.
glasses.
So
And it's
here's
like, she's not ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
here's the issue for you though, Douglas. You really struggled to write this trilogy, and you sort of knew what you were doing. Next week, you have to come up with something entirely new.
I got an idea for next week.
It's just normal movies like now, because like if he keeps doing, I bet you it's fucking Star Wars or some shit.
No,
No. Good. Is it DC?
nope,
It better not be a Batman, Douglas.
No.
Is it an original idea?
kind of.
Hey, that'll be cool.
It's semi.
Yeah,
It's based
awesome.
on something.
Let us
but-
move
Okay,
on
let's just
to
move on.
our next moment. I think we should do Callum. We'll go ladies first.
Call him, you're a lady.
He was yesterday when we were rehearsing. He played the woman part
Yeah.
very well, I must say. Very, very
That was
well.
Mary.
You played the woman part very,
Liam is
very
like the funniest John ever.
Yeah.
It's great.
She was John, I thought she was Rutherford.
Yeah, John Rutherford.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's John Rutherford Senior.
Yeah. Go on.
Seen you. Oh my god.
Great.
God, Lana, are you redoing the same play as us?
No, I'm not doing that scene.
So you do the same play? Oh.
Me and Sophie are doing the same scene.
Mhm.
With each other.
I was meant to be doing it with you, but then I've
Then I
gone
just
with
pissed you on
Josh.
Josh. I was
Which
like,
is totally cool because Josh is a better actor than Douglas.
I don't wanna say-
Fight!
I don't want to have
Just
to edit
kidding, you're
this out,
fabulous.
but I have a Farquaad to deal with, so.
Yeah, edit that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Just-
not make this a bitch cast.
Okay, continue.
Okay,
Okay.
right. I thought we were just going to do the Cards Against Humanity thing, so
We will get to it.
I will review a book that I haven't finished yet.
We were quite near the end, actually. You're past halfway through.
I'm halfway through, and let me tell you, it is
What is the book called?
1984,
Bye.
George Orwell.
If you haven't heard
And what's
of
the blurb about?
What's the blurb about?
Lead the blurb.
Give us a synopsis of the blurb.
Yes.
That's just, I mean, like the blurb is just a bit from the story, though. Like, doesn't really tell.
Alright,
It's-
tell us, what's it about then?
It's set in a kind of like alternate future, and basically the world has been split up into 3 super states, and our protagonist Winston Smith, I think that's his name. Yes, it's Winston something. Winston Smith. Yeah, he lives in what was London, and he works for the party, which is like the all-seeing, all-knowing state in the eyes of everything. Do you know, like, the term Big Brother?
Yeah.
Like the TV show, that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Because you have this figure called Big Brother, and there's like posters of him around every street corner kind of stuff, and it's like everyone is under constant surveillance, and it's quite psychological because it's like he's just kind of thinking to himself, and it's like I quite like it because it's like it says a lot about like how good people can be in human nature and all that, because they're all, I don't know how to describe it really. It's like against this like terrible backdrop of all of these like people controlling thoughts and speech and all this sort of stuff, but it shows that the human mind can persevere and still have independent thought, which is quite a good thing to think about.
You saying that reminds me of, I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Priest or something. It was like a movie where they're all locked in the city and everyone else is outside and vampires, and he just straight up leaves the city at one
I think
point.
I've heard of Priest.
It's really good, actually. I think it's quite good.
And then George Orwell was quite an interesting figure because he actually fought in the Spanish Civil War
Yeah.
in the International Brigade against the fascist swine.
Yeah, I've read Animal
Just-
Farm. I love the book Animal Farm, so
Yeah.
I have to give it a read. And like
What even is Animal Farm?
Animal Farm is an
It's-
allegory about the
Russia.
Russian
Soviet
Revolution.
Russia.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, what it is, there's like, you have the leader who dies at the start,
Yeah.
which is like Lenin,
Yeah.
and then, is it Napoleon? He's like the tyrannical one.
Yeah, and
So
then there's
he's-
like Snowball is like one of the ones who was trying to.
He was the
Snowball
one.
was like the,
He was the one who was keeping it as he was keeping it to the ideal and
And
keeping
then
it right,
he-
and
yeah,
he was
so
chased
he's-
off.
he's Leon Trotsky,
Yeah.
and Napoleon's Joseph Stalin.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
remember it, yeah.
And then like the book has a wonderful ending when like the pigs are with the
Humans.
humans and like they can't tell them. I can't remember what it's
But
written
they-
so
they
beautifully,
can't
but they
tell the
can't tell them
difference
apart.
between them.
Yeah.
They're like drinking together and laughing, and they can't be told apart because
Yeah.
like they've just become the thing they hate. And it's a wonderful book. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone I read it in English. Like I had
So
to
did
read
I.
it.
It's my
I had
dad's
to-
favourite book.
Russia's amazing. I've got like a big book on Russia, but like that big.
When you first meet Callum, you're just like, oh, he seems like a funny guy, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm reading this book on like Polish history and
Yeah.
stuff, and you're like, okay, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm reading George Orwell's 1984, and it's like, okay, and he's like, just shows this like
Surprisingly
weird
in-deep.
extensive knowledge on
like-
stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just
He's like surprisingly well educated.
yeah,
like-
I'm like,
more well read.
have
than I thought
you
would
read
be.
War and Peace?
Not yet.
By Tolstoy, by like
Leo Tolstoy.
Tolstoy, that's it. I was gonna call him Tolsky. I like pretend I'm well read. I'm like I like read like 6 fantasy books, and I'm like I'm well read. And it's
I'm
like,
well read if being well read counts as reading far too many comic books.
I still have more books
I read
than
many
DVDs.
things.
What?
I still have more books and DVDs. Don't mean to brag, but
Oh yeah, he's better than you, Douglas.
I think I have like an equal amount
yeah.
because I stopped buying DVDs.
I stopped buying things like now. I'm just
Because
like
I've just got Netflix now, so I'm like.
I still buy a lot of DVDs.
I miss buying DVDs.
Well, I mean,
I can't afford them
I say
anymore.
DVDs, I mean Blu-rays. Cause,
Yeah, I like to get.
I have normal DVDs.
Mr. I can afford Blu-rays.
I can't afford
Yeah.
Blu-rays.
If I can, I try and get the Blu-rays because they've got all the extra features that tell you how the movies were made, which
Oh,
I just
fair.
love.
Apparently, I don't know.
I just like the steelbooks. I've got 2 steelbooks.
Oh wow.
I got a Nightcrawler steelbook and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I
It's
wanted
like
to
one of
get-
my prized possessions.
I envy
wanted
that.
to get the original trilogy steelbooks, the Star Wars ones.
Is it? Are they the special editions?
I don't know, but
See,
I'd still like them though.
I just settled for the box set because it was like cheaper. Because you'd be like
Yeah.
£60 for the 3 of them, but you'd be like £28
see,
for.
Yeah, because you can get like the Blu-ray.
I don't
box
have
set.
any of the Star Wars on DVDs because all I can find are the ones, the newer versions of them. I
Yeah,
really want
got the
the original.
trilogy.
My dad has
Yeah,
all of the Star
original
Wars.
versions.
I really just want the original versions.
There's a box set that you can get, and there's like 2 box sets of it on DVD, and it's 1 to 3, and then 4 to 6. And if you get those, they are, but not the ones with like Yoda's face on one of them, and then Darth Vader's front on the other. It's the ones where it's like,
That's one I got.
yeah, it's them.
The blue one with like the Darth Vader thing. That's
Oh,
one I
okay.
got, yeah.
The one that I've got is like, I've got 2 copies of the original trilogy actually, because when there was like a re-release of the special editions in like this
Yeah.
gorgeous big box set, and my dad bought them
Yeah.
when I was really young, and that's actually the first memory I have of Star Wars. But I think they have a version of the originals on them, and I my first memory of Star Wars is sitting in my dad's flat and watching all
Yeah.
of the original trilogy, and then I got for myself an original trilogy box set, and that has both the special editions and the original cut on them.
I
So
really
like
want
they're
the-
brilliant.
I really just want the originals.
Can I be honest with you? My first Star Wars experience was the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, same. It was.
That's okay.
I know, but
Like the first Star Wars thing I ever owned was the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones on like videotape
Why
in a
was-
little box
To be
set.
honest, I had the third one on DVD, and
Yeah.
I watched it, and I was just like, this is terrible. And I never watched Star Wars up until about 3 years ago. My mate was like, I'm going to make you watch the original trilogy. I was
My
like,
father
all right,
fucking
and then I was
watched
like,
Star Wars.
this is brilliant. How are the first 3 terrible?
You know what's the problem with the third film? It shows what the potential of the prequels was.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there are some really good bits in the third film, like the opening fight sequence. You
Yeah,
know, with
the
the
space fight.
like dogfight. Yeah, it's awesome. I will actually watch that and then just turn off the
Coruscant,
film.
what was the name of the planet?
Yeah, Coruscant.
Yeah,
Coruscant is
something
cool
like
as well, and like you know that bit of the opera where Palpatine and
talking about Darth
Anakin.
Plagueis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Like
I
that's
know.
dark and mysterious, and it's like, oh, there's a background to Star Wars because like in the movies, it's not really talked about that much, like the history.
Because I mean, like, I've got to notice in the original trilogy, the word Sith is not said at all.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that weird? Like,
Yeah.
and that's cool that they introduced that. And like, then there's Darth Maul, who should have been the major villain.
Yeah,
we
they
fucking
just
love
have
Darth
like
Maul.
a kind of substandard bad guy for each new film.
Yeah, like
I know.
what was the point? Like,
Yeah.
like General Grievous is awesome and everything.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
But like,
because he's got
is
4
he-
arms. That's
yeah,
it.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's his only.
I just
cool
have to say,
feature.
there was,
He's not
um,
like an interesting character or anything.
When I
Darth
was
Maul
in,
could have been really cool. Sorry.
When I was in first year at secondary, we have this thing at my school called Theme Day, and you have a different theme each year, and everyone comes in costume. It's great. But one of the 6th years that year came in, and they'd made like a Darth Maul costume, and it was like miles taller than them, and it was properly working. It was so insanely cool. It was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
We had one
Anyway.
year where they were like, "Where's Wally?" But one person came as Wall-E from
From the Disney movie. It was like brilliant.
like just a robot.
Sounds like something I would do.
I'll link you something tonight, but there's this channel called Belated Media,
Right.
and pretty much what he did was he's gone through the prequels and he's gone, what if they were good? And then he's like rewritten the prequels,
Oh,
and he hasn't done episode 3 yet, but he has to do it before Star Wars comes out. Star Wars
Yeah,
episode 7
yeah.
comes out because everyone is waiting for it because his first 2 are so good. Like you're just like, why wasn't this the movie?
Yeah.
Like because you know, like Uncle Owen.
Yeah.
You know how he's introduced in the prequels as like his stepbrother.
Yeah.
Well, in this, it's like, oh, he's just a pilot he knew, and they became friends.
Oh,
and
right.
it's like really interesting, like the relationship he builds between the characters, and like I think it would have worked so much better.
I heard an idea where it's like you don't introduce Anakin as a child.
Yeah.
I've heard that because he just pisses me off. Children just piss me off.
Are you an angel?
No, he's supposed to be Darth fucking Vader.
I know.
Let me go pod racing. Fuck.
Can we go pod racing?
Fuck off.
And like, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's
wonderful.
Yeah.
But like, give him more direction than just do what you want. Like, that's all George Lucas said on set, apparently. Like, apparently he's just he's a terrible director, we know that. But like, and also, have you ever read the Star Wars comic book?
Not yet.
Okay, so pretty much George Lucas wrote an original draft of Star
Okay.
Wars before anything got made, and he kept it, and someone has turned it into a comic book. And if that had been Star Wars,
No.
no, it wouldn't have been okay. Like, there are some cool ideas, but like, Darth Vader doesn't have his helmet.
No,
Him and Anakin are two different characters.
No.
Luke Skywalker is like this older general, and like
Yeah.
it's just a lot of the stuff in it is so prequely, like it's all
Yeah.
shiny in a new universe and stuff. and,
that
like,
that was my dad's problem with the prequels. It's like the original trilogy was kind of sort of like,
Yeah, it's
gritty and
lived
stuff.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's lived in.
but
It feels
the
like
first ones were just so
it's
shiny
used.
and perfect, and like
Yeah.
his issue was some of the technology in it was more advanced than the
yeah,
Things
original
happened, like,
trilogy.
19 years after.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Because it's like in the prequels, it's, you know how like they had like the Jedi Order and all that.
Yeah.
The Jedi were so boring. They made me hate the Jedi. That's why the Sith are way more interesting.
yeah.
You might like this. In Waterstones at the moment, they have there's like 4 handbooks. There's like the Sith handbook, the
Yeah.
Jedi handbook.
There's a
two
Bounty
other-
Hunter code
Bounty
as
Hunter
well.
I'm
code,
buying the Sith on.
and there's another one.
But like,
It's pretty great.
there's so many things that they could have developed because the Star Wars expanded universe, while a lot of it is really dumb, some of it is really good. And
Yeah.
like George Lucas should have had a look through that and been like, okay, well I'm gonna pinch this and like pinch that and
Yeah.
like and not rip off the storyline, but just pinch an idea or so. And
Yeah.
like because
And Jar Jar Binks should never have happened.
no,
God.
well that's an unsaid rule. But like there's like sorry, I'll let you finish, but like I'm gonna let you finish. So we're not referencing.
Yes. Ugh.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Yeah,
Okay, but pretty much there's this podcast I really love called Movie Maintenance, which is a spin-off of this show called Plumbing the Death Star.
Okay.
And in Movie Maintenance, they fix movies pretty much. And the first thing they did was like a week of just people, their friends coming in and like talking about how they would have done the prequels.
Yeah.
And one week they were talking about how like before the prequels came out, there was a picture of Brian Blessed floating around where he was like this fat drunk Jedi, and like there was talks of like the Jedi Order being kind of corrupt and like disgusting and like weird. And someone even said like, oh, why not have like some of the Jedi are working for the Emperor and like they turn on the other Jedi during Order 66, but then they get wiped out by the clone troopers because the Emperor is just that evil. And then like there's other ideas where it's like, you know, like you said, don't introduce Anakin as a child. Have him be like a teenager at least, and have him and Obi-Wan have kind of like a partnership more than like a father-son relationship. Because it shouldn't be like that. It should be a brotherly thing. But yeah, you were my brother, Anakin.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry.
Revenge of the Sith. Panther.
I remember that line.
Oh, it's good.
I have the high ground. Automatic win.
Doesn't matter. What the hell does that even mean?
I have the high ground, Douglas.
such
I
a-
have the high ground.
That's such a dumb scene. There's like a whole ledge beneath him where he could have just jumped onto, and he's just like, "No, I'm gonna do a flip over him," and it's like, you're gonna get your legs cut. Are you really this dumb? Like, this is Darth Vader.
He's just like so consumed by anger he doesn't
Have you
think.
have you ever seen though?
Don't make up.
You've seen the Honest trailer that had the original Darth Vader voice on it.
Yeah, David Prowse. You know what's real sad about
Brilliant.
David Prowse? He was told that he was gonna be in Star Wars because he wore the
Yeah.
costume for
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And like he
'Cause
did the voice work as well. And then like they
James
just
Earl
dubbed it
Jones.
over with James Earl Jones without telling him, and then he just.
But
he was
isn't
like,
it-
Oh, okay.
It was I think it was him and there was another actor. Like when they did the film, they were like, okay, so you can either take royalties, is it, from it, or
Yeah.
you just get a flat out fee, and they chose a flat out fee.
That may be Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Alec Guinness.
James
didn't
Earl
So
like
Jones
it.
they've
as well.
they've
Yeah.
barely made any money from the films, while those who were like, okay, I'll just take
Yeah,
royalties,
like,
have made
Harrison Ford
loads.
and, like,
But it's like
Because,
they thought they were making the right choice because they thought this isn't going to be that big, so we'll just take a flat out fee and we'll make more than them.
Yeah, because that's when it's like the corporation let George Lucas
Yeah.
keep the merchandising
Yeah.
rights for it, and
Yeah.
it's like, even, like
The
40
idiots.
years later, they're still making Star Wars
It's like
toys.
literally the richest man on. Like,
know.
I'm pretty sure, like, trust my Lego expertise here, I'm pretty sure that's like the longest run of Lego,
Oh, it must be.
like,
Yeah.
theme, because it's been going since 1999.
Jesus.
Because I have Lego toys from 1999
Bloody
from
hell.
Star Wars, like, but it's weird though, but like, yeah, but like the whole, like George Lucas is dumb for changing up the prequels and all that.
Yeah.
He's an alright dude. Like he
Yeah,
gives like loads of money to charity and like
yeah.
you know James Earl Jones. He was one of the people who went for a flat out fee. And
Yeah.
George Lucas still gives him money every year.
Mm.
Like he just gives him a little bit of Star Wars money every year because he's just like, yeah, you're Darth Vader. I'll give you money.
Yeah.
So like,
But I
That's
kind
nice.
of find that funny though how they thought, you know, this isn't going to be big. We'll just take
Yeah.
a fee. We'll make more than those people who've gone. I'll just take, you know, a percentage of what comes in. They must feel like total idiots afterwards. So
and Star Wars is really wonderful when you think about it because there are a lot of movies that wouldn't have worked without it. Like Alien wouldn't have happened without the success of Star Wars.
I kind of think that about Lord of the Rings
so
and stuff and like other fantasy stuff because like
Oh,
Lord of the
yeah.
Rings, you know, because
Yeah.
like with Game of Thrones and all.
yeah.
That. I might be
Yeah.
wrong, but
No,
Um,
I actually agree with you.
I think
especially
it
with
quite
books, it's
kicked
like
off.
every book it's like compared to Lord of the Rings as well, even when it's not.
Yeah, well, like
really
George
the
R.
same.
Martin says, like a lot of his
He
inspiration
didn't
comes
like
from Tolkien.
Lord of the Rings though because it didn't have like the religion stuff in it.
Yeah, but I mean, like he said that he would have kept Gandalf dead when he
Yeah.
fell like the Casa Doom thing. but
Yeah.
It's like,
But that's George R. Martin. He's
Yeah.
a serial killer basically.
I don't like
So-
people comparing Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones
No,
because
they're
not
really
they're,
different.
They're not similar at
So
all. It's
different.
just
What
like-
people are comparing them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Game of Thrones is a very different series.
It is.
Yeah.
Like,
So quickly back onto Star Wars, I just remembered I had a biology teacher, a very big Star Wars fan. Like on days we could dress down, he would come in with a Star Wars tie and shirt and stuff. He skipped school one day to go to a Star Wars convention in costume.
that's kind of wonderful.
That sounds like
He
something I
is
would
he
do.
is
Yeah.
brilliant. You could just sit for a whole like your hour lesson, just chat to him about Star Wars. It was great.
I have an interesting theory that I heard. It's like, do you know the bit in A New Hope where Luke returns to his farm?
Oh,
He finds the aunt and uncle have been disintegrating. It's
He,
just like,
he was
is this
really
about-
he was really unlike.
yeah. Oh no,
He was
okay,
not
I'll wait.
bothered about
Yeah.
that at all.
I think the only dramatic bit
It's
was
like,
when he was
oh,
carrying
my
her and that was
family are
it.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, but it's like for stormtroopers who kind of hit like water if they fell out of a boat. Really,
Yeah.
it's like a really brutal thing to do.
Yeah.
Just like drag people to the house and like burn them.
Burn them
Yeah,
alive.
like disintegrate them kind of thing. And then it's like I heard this thing where it's like it wasn't actually stormtroopers because then it's like if you go
Yeah, I think I've heard this one as
If
well.
like, you go to the Empire Strikes Back and where Darth Vader's got all the bounty hunters, he just points to Boba Fett directly and goes, "No disintegrations," like he's telling him
Yeah.
off. So it's like, oh maybe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, just
As
a
well-
little other thing. In the special editions,
Mhm.
there's an added in scene where Boba Fett is in Mos Eisley,
Mm.
and like because when he steps on Jabba's tail and
Yeah.
Jabba looks all weird and CGI,
Yeah,
it's all
I
like
know.
puppetry and like oh, I hate that. Just
Um,
do if you're gonna have a hut, just do it with puppetry. Because if not, I don't believe
There's
it.
this really daft bit where it's like a dinosaur looking thing just walks past the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so dumb. But on your thing about his parents, like I'm reading the new Star Wars comics at the moment. It's set between A New Hope and
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, yeah. And basically, it's like Boba Fett is sent to catch Luke for Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is quite cool. So it's like it could work that maybe he was sent.
But like, there's a kind of weird fan theory. I'm just gonna explain this, then we need to get off the tangent of Star Wars
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we're talking about this for like.
I'm
20
just sitting
minutes.
here like, I only love Star Wars because my dad loves it. So it's like kind of like rubbed off on me as a child. It's like
I'm the same, but I think I've become more of a Star Wars fan
you
than my
become.
dad
I'm
is.
more like
But like,
Mm-hmm.
there's this really weird fan theory where Jar Jar is the Sith version of Yoda,
oh my god.
and I'm gonna explain this.
That would have been actually quite good, actually, if he was pretending to be a
That's
goofy
the
character.
idea.
Yeah.
So
I
pre-
heard that.
So pretty much like, Jar Jar was meant to have a way bigger role in the prequels because George was like, ha ha, he's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad George Lucas impression. I need to do Kermit the Frog. Ha ha, he's funny. That's my George Lucas impression. I'm gonna put Jar Jar in it because the kids love the Jar. That's a terrible.
The kids
George
love the Jar
Lucas.
Jar.
I got really overweight. I'm sorry, George Lucas.
If you're listening.
Who would listen to this? Only me and Douglas.
Yeah, me and Callum don't even listen to it.
But pretty much in the prequels, Jar Jar was meant to be a much bigger character, and it's suggested that Jar Jar is the reverse version of Yoda. So you know how in Episode 5, I just did inverted commas as I said 5, Empire Strikes Back. Yoda acts dumb. Well, he doesn't act dumb, but he acts like fucking crazy.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like.
I'd probably punch him first.
He's
Oh
like,
yeah, you kind of acts like a dick a bit. Like,
Yeah,
it's like, you fucking piece of shit, what are you doing?
He's like, don't eat that, and he's like, and then he's like,
Wax R2 with it.
yeah, he's like,
I'll just pick up and
He acts crazy.
fuck off.
Oh shit.
He's like, that just was. Wait, that's Stitch. That is what I can't do.
You
Yoda.
can't
do
get the
it.
why did they
That
keep
is
him
why I
around?
fail. But like,
Why the fuck did they keep him
but
around?
the idea was that he was like an insurgent for the Sith to like kind of get into the Galactic Senate, because in Episode 3
I've
he
heard
is
that,
the
yeah.
one who gives the
vote of no confidence.
yeah, he's the one who gives Emperor Palpatine power.
Yeah.
He's like, we have voted to like give immediate power to the Supreme Chancellor or whatever. And like also there are scenes where like he does like hand gestures when he's suggesting things to people, like, and it's very kind of like, but like it could be him using Sith powers. And like, wouldn't that have been cool? Like
That would
if,
have been really good. I would fucking love that.
if
That
in
would
the
be really
third
freaky.
movie. Or in the second movie even, because people would have gotten really sick of Jar Jar
Yeah.
eventually. But like in the second movie, he had just gone to like a normal speech, and his voice
Oh
had
my
been like
god,
all
that'd be
deep,
weird.
and like he had just like opened up, he had just like pulled out a lightsaber
Yes!
or something, or like Obi-Wan had ran at him with a lightsaber when he realised who he was, and he just got and like shot Sith lightning at him.
Oh,
But
that
like
would've been fucking
he would still
badass.
look dumb, but like
Yeah.
still, but like
That's
it'd
like,
be cool.
your childhood's
It'd be a
a lie.
Cool
It
twist.
was fucking
Yeah.
Like, because everyone would be like, I hate this movie, I hate it.
What? Jar Jar, why?
Speaking of that, I heard a theory that he like survived all and that Jar Jar is Supreme Leader Snoke. I've heard.
Oh no, 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 Andy Serkis, don't make Andy Serkis Jar Jar.
Oh my
No.
I've heard that. And he's like completely motion captured.
That would screw me up so much.
I also heard that Darth Plagueis is Snoke as well.
Oh, that'd be
Because
interesting.
Darth Plagueis somehow survived Darth Sidious killing him and just like waited around for decades. Just to, hello.
Now I really want an evil Jar Jar. like if he was actually the leader or something, I don't know, that'd be pretty great.
There's an episode.
I think it would be really cool though if they did that. But then you'd look back at it and go, like, because of how he looked, you'd go, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
There's an episode of the Clone Wars where Jar Jar, the Clone Wars, the animated series,
Yeah,
which
I've
I
never seen
watched.
it.
It's really good. I'm not
I
gonna
wouldn't
lie, it's
watch
better
it.
than all the prequels.
I
It's
really wanna
really
watch it.
entertaining.
Maybe you've
It's
seen
like
actually.
the acting is better than all the prequels and everything, and
God.
like there's
Sorry,
like
you.
character development and stuff. No, you.
There's character development.
But like you see, like Boba Fett's like race the Mandalorians, and
Yeah.
they're like really badass. And there's one with like a black lightsaber, and it's like
Oh my
it's
God.
it's pretty good. I'd suggest it. And Darth Maul comes back and he has robot legs.
Nice.
But there's one episode which is really dumb where Jar Jar goes on like a thing for the Senate to like go and persuade this planet to join the Republic. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've seen it. But pretty much he goes with a Jedi, and does the Jedi get lost or something? Because the Separatists show up, and then Jar Jar puts on his cloak, and they all think he's a Jedi, and then it's a comedy of errors because he just makes a bunch of mistakes.
I think I've seen that.
He just makes a bunch of mistakes, and it makes it look like he's using the Force. So like he'll fall.
Oh, I
over,
remember. Yeah. I
yeah,
fucking
and something
seen
will
that
flip
shit.
up, and it'll make it look like he's like throwing it up in the air using Force powers or whatever, and it's real weird. But anyway, let's get off the topic of Star Wars and get on to Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
I just really screwed up the audio there.
Yeah.
Wait, poor little recorder.
Poor little,
Our poor little baby.
poor little iPhone.
Poor little iPhone couldn't.
This is like $1 recording.
I'm just
so.
checking my emails here, and apparently I'm called Miss Sophie Ainsworth, and I have cancelled a flight,
Yes.
and I've got an email from a solicitor.
Why are you checking your phones during Star Wars?
I
Okay.
know.
Well, Sophie has
I brought
decided.
Cards Against Humanity for my section because, as we've still not uploaded anything at this point, nobody sent me stuff to review. I thought that would be a cool
Sophie,
idea for my thing, but it's not worked. Okay, so Cards Against Humanity. The aim of the game.
Because
Get as many
Douglas doesn't know, so.
black cards
I've
as
seen
possible,
it played,
right?
but I've never played it.
So we have 8 cards each. So I'll hand out the cards. That's 1, 2,
It's literally the slowest I've
You should have like done this while we were
5,
talking
6,
about.
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's better.
3,
Never
4,
become a
5,
dealer.
6, 7, 8. Right. So we have 8 cards.
We'd make
Whenever
deals with you.
whenever you get rid of a card, you just pick up another one from the pile. So you've always got 8. So what happens is somebody will pick a black card.
Okay.
They will read out the black card.
I've got
And
some
then,
good ones.
yeah, great. And then everyone else has to. It's usually,
Sorry.
you're usually just filling in a blank, answering a question. Sometimes you have 2 blanks. You have to lay down your cards to fill the blank or answer the question. The
I
person,
found one that is
the person
me.
who is, the person who's read the black card does not put down any white cards. They then, hopefully without knowing whose white cards are whose, have to read them out with the white cards filling in the blanks. And then they decide which one they think is the best.
Okay.
And that person,
When there's 2 blank spaces, do we have like 2
you
separate
put down 2
piles?
cards.
Like next time someone like
So
every
say
time someone
say it
types-
was, I don't know, hello, my name is blank and I like blank. You would put down your 2 cards. The one you want read first would go on the top. So when you lay down your cards, and the person who's picked the black cards reads them out.
Oh, okay, so they're
Yeah.
just put together.
But it's supposed to be really offensive or funny.
Yes.
It's the funniest one wins. So
Yeah,
are you
you kind of pick your favourite one, and then whoever they pick then gets that black card. So you want to try and get as many black cards as
just
possible.
like
Okay.
getting their
Okay.
humor?
So I will start to try and make this easy.
Okay.
Okay, so the theme for next year's Eurovision Song Contest is "We Are Blank." So you guys have to put your cards down, and without me knowing whose is who, preferably.
And then just mix them up. Yeah.
Unless it's laid 2, then it's
There
okay
you
to
go.
sort of
No.
know. Okay, so the theme for next year's Eurovision Song Contest.
Why are you putting it down
What? Oh shit! I don't know. That was a card or something. I don't know.
This year's Eurovision Song Contest is "We Are White People." We are white people. Okay, it's "We Are Getting Naked and Watching CBBS." We are menstrual right. It has to be white people.
Yeah, that's me.
God damn it.
Lana gets the black card.
I get a point.
So we take one
Take a
more.
card, so you've always got 8.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, fuck. And then go around this way. So Douglas, you read black card next.
Okay.
Racial humor.
What never fails to liven up... Oh, I had a good one for this. What never fails to liven up the party? I had a really good one for this.
Okay.
Oh. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what never fails to liven up the party? The wrath of Vladimir Putin, my vagina, and leprosy. I'm gonna have to go for Vladimir Putin.
That's me again.
That is very good at this.
Thank you. I have like a cruel mind.
No.
What?
I'll
We don't
take-
put them away? Okay.
I put them over here.
So
I got
everyone,
another one.
Yeah.
Another card.
and Callum, this time you draw the black card.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll put this into the middle.
There we go. In 1,000 years, when paper money is a distant memory, how will we pay for goods and services?
And you close. No, wait, you don't put
You
one
don't
down.
put one down.
That's a good one.
I know.
How-
It's always
how much
it's
does
always
that
the one
hurt?
you have to read that you get the good one for.
Okay, close your eyes, like Callum, so we all put down our cards.
Terrible ones for this.
Okay. We're gonna.
You'll pay for goods and services with haggis. My collection of high-tech sex toys. A ball of earwax, semen, and toenail clippings.
Oh God. Which one do you think?
Haggis, because no one's going to eat it.
Yes! I won! It's the first time I've ever won. I'm so bad.
Well,
Damn it.
oh yeah, we gotta take.
I always
my
get the
next card.
terrible. Like, I'm the one who has the cards out with my friends, and I'm the one who gets the terrible ones. It's really annoying. Okay, Alana,
Oh,
you
yeah,
read a
it's
black
me.
card.
All right. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's blank. So me. Oh, right. I'll close my eyes.
Okay. What are we going to do this too? Because obviously we can't just sit and play Cards Against Humanity for like an hour on a podcast.
Well, we're going to read it out, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Lena, you ready?
Okay, am I ready? Okay. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's white privilege. Maybe it's multiple stab wounds. Maybe it's getting wed, having a few kids, taking pictures, retiring to the south of France and dying. I'm gonna go with white privileges.
Yes!
God damn it.
The girls are winning.
Girls are winning. Woo.
I don't know what to do with these.
Okay.
Oh, I need another white card. Yeah.
I do not know with what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with.
I'm... Okay, I think we're...
7. Okay. World War IV will be fought with 2 midgets shitting into a bucket,
Oh, wow.
clams, and preteens. 2 midgets shitting into a bucket.
So the winner?
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh my god!
I'm a winner.
Douglas?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapons are fear, surprise, and...
Okay. I just picked up a great one for that.
Foreskin, sexual humiliation, and copping a fee. You all went for something sexual. Copping a feel, sexual humiliation, and foreskin. Foreskin.
Yes!
And once more, it's loud.
I am like best at jokes.
Oh, Gallant, your
You
turn to
are?
read.
You all have terrible humor.
How am I maintaining my relationship status?
Close your eyes, Callum.
Okay.
I don't have very good ones for this.
I
Tell
think
you,
I have
me
quite
and my friends once played this, and we had Coming to the West End this year, the new musical, and she put Auschwitz the musical, and I got home and I put on the news because I watch that sometimes, and it was the anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz,
Oh.
and she'd done Auschwitz the musical.
Oh my
Just-
God.
Oh, it was bad.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
that's
go.
Yeah.
She lost concentration.
Okay.
How am I maintaining my relationship status? With a bleached arsehole, a lifetime of sadness, an AK-47 assault rifle. I think the assault rifle.
Yes!
Douglas gets one.
I got one!
Douglas has one.
Okay. Blank. That's why my mum go to Iceland. Well, that's why mums go to Iceland.
Sorry, I can't pick up.
Blank is why that's mums why go to Iceland. Y'all handed one in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Alcoholism is why mums go to Iceland. Crystal meth is why mums go to Iceland. A thermoclear detonation. I think that one wins. Thermoclear detonation.
That's mine.
See?
I kind of guessed that was yours.
Okay.
Oh wow. Daddy, why is Mummy crying? So guys, why is Mummy crying?
Oh, I could go dark humor or light humor. It doesn't matter.
Have you all placed your cards on
Yes.
the table?
Yeah.
She's got really good work.
Mummy is crying because of the Holy Bible. Mummy is crying because of unfathomable stupidity. A stray pube.
Which one?
Stray pube.
Yes! I got two!
Oh man. Okay, read your card out.
Next, from J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the... I had a good one for this. And the Chamber of... Calms.
Okay.
The Chamber of Bees.
No, you gotta say it with a question mark. Bees?
The Juice. Jean-Claude Van Damme in slow motion. I have to give it to the Juice. I don't know why I found that. I think that's the dark side of me.
Yeah. So you've come to the dark side. We have cookies. Okay, Callum?
I didn't notice it until I actually put it down.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, I'm reading this one out. Okay. Instead of coal, Father Christmas now gives the bad children. Okay. Nipple blades. Dead parents
Oh!
and landmines. I'm going to have to say dead parents.
Yes!
Oh, it's so dark.
Okay.
Lana, how many do you have?
I have 3.
Oh, yes.
We're tied.
We're tied.
I have
What
2.
gets better with age? Okay. Okay.
This could get so offensive, so I apologise
done?
to our very few
Everyone knows
listeners.
games. Cards Against Humanity is offensive. Okay.
Yeah.
What gets better with age? Dry heaving. Slapping a biscuit out of an orphan's mouth. My sex life. I'm gonna have to go with slapping a biscuit. Out of an
Okay.
orphan's mouth. Of course it would be
You're
Callum.
lagging.
I know, I've only got 2. The school trip was completely ruined by... That was fast. It was very fast, Callum.
No, no.
It's
Oh, yeah, really good, really good.
gonna be so bad. Okay, the school trip was completely ruined by doing the right thing. Seeing Granny naked.
Vigilante justice.
Oh dear God, it's gonna be seeing Granny naked.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh God, that's so wrong. Oh, right, Douglas.
Oh, yeah. Shit. It says draw 2, pick 3.
Oh. It's like blank plus blank equals.
Ah.
So we have to do 3.
Okay, so blank plus blank equals...
Okay. So the one you want red first, put on the top. Ooh.
And do 3 separate piles as well for me. Because, like, separate pile per person. Because if not, I'm going to get confused.
Okay. So I've got a pile. Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Yeah, the piles are done.
So it's like the one at the top.
Is red first. Okay.
Okay.
So the one at the top is the first one,
Yeah.
and the one at the bottom is the last. Okay.
Okay.
You're reading it the wrong way.
Wait. Am I? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it? Plus plus. Plus. Blank plus blank equals.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay, so poor life choices
plus
plus sexual peeing
equals.
equals giving birth to the Antichrist. Okay. 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 Deflowering the princess
Oh God.
plus sexy Siamese twins equals a good sniff.
Oh no.
Shiny objects plus the devil himself equals mad. Not even going to say that one. Not even going to say that one out loud.
Which one? Which
Madeline
one?
McCall.
No, don't say it. Oh, this game just got really dark and sad.
I'm good at this.
I don't know. Is it most offensive or funniest?
I think it's quite offensive.
It's kind of the one you like best, really.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to sexy Siamese
that's me.
twins.
I am.
I'm sorry.
You fool. Gallum, your
Okay.
turn to read.
Right here then. In a world ravaged by what? Our only solace is what? Okay. In a world ravaged by
First
Oh, wait,
the
no,
wrong
it's the
way.
other way around.
top card and then.
Bosnian chicken farmers, our only solace is Lady Gaga.
Oh, God.
In a world ravaged by statistically validated stereotypes, our only solace is dying.
That's a bit hard.
In a world ravaged by Keanu Reeves, our only solace is anal issues like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, that one.
That's me.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Lana is winning.
I am the winner.
Okay, your turn to read.
Okay.
What are we gonna do? Like first to.
How many have you got, Lana?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. Yeah.
With 5.
Are you sure?
Wait,
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
5, 6.
Should we
First
do
to
first to
First to 10.
12?
12.
Oh,
Okay.
Yay!
Okay.
First to 12.
Okay, me next. After the earthquake, Sean Penn brought blank
Sean
to the
Penn.
people of Haiti. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
this game.
Brought AIDS monkeys. My first period. And kids with bunkers. It's quite a hard one because I'm gonna go with kids with butt cancer.
Yes, go. Okay.
Good in the arse.
Oh no.
What's the most emo? Okay. The most emo is vegetarian options. Anything that comes out of Prince Philip's mouth. The hiccups. What the? Oh
I
God.
think Sophie likes this game more than
The
me.
hiccups.
God damn it, Calvin. Wins every round.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm in 6, I'm halfway there. Shoot.
I drink to forget.
I have terrible ones for this.
Yeah, no, so do I.
Okay, we're done.
Getting really high. Ejaculating live bees and the bees are angry. Suicidal thoughts. Ejaculating live bees
That's
and
me.
the bees are
This is
angry.
me. Thank you.
Always the bees.
So that's me going.
Not the bees!
Not the bees! You seen that fucking? It's on Tumblr and it's like instead of like Oprah coming on with something, it's like bees.
Oh wow.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, it is your turn to read.
I got 7 now.
Introducing the amazing superhero sidekick duo. It's blank and blank.
I have terrible ones, so I'm just going to put down terrible ones.
Okay, so I'm good to go. It's cards up, sorry. It's Miley Cyrus at 55 and the tiger that killed my father.
Oh wow.
Fucking put the thing on. It's Shaft and Carnage. It's embryonic stem cells and a crappy little hand. I'm going to have to go with the Miley Cyrus.
Yes!
Oh, it's me now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Blank is a slippery slope that leads to blank.
Okay, go.
You done? Okay. Okay. A face full of horse cum is a slippery slope that leads to Santa Claus.
The wrong way.
Wrong way.
Santa Claus is a slippery slope that leads to a face full of horse cum. Men is a slippery slope that leads to cutting off a flamingo's legs with garden shears. And the American dream is what leads to Genghis Khan's DNA. I quite like the Santa Claus and
Yes!
his family.
Okay. Why do I hurt all over? Oh god, it's gonna get so bad. Tell me when you are done.
We're done.
Okay, I hurt all over because penis envy. Ancient atheist boy fucking. September the 11th.
Oh. Oh.
September 11th.
Yeah.
You sick man, Callum.
No. That's my
No.
rule.
Sick man. Douglas.
Step 1 equals blank. Step 2 equals blank. Step 3, profit.
Read that again. I didn't hear.
Step 1, blank. Step 2, blank. Step 3, profit. This silence is really good for the podcast.
I know. Right.
Ready?
Yep.
Step 1, bioengineered assault turtles with acid breath. Step 2, getting drive by a shot. Step 3, profit. Someone's giving me 3 cards.
I'll fix it.
Just read the next batch.
Step 1, shit. Excuse my language. Step 1, genetically engineered super soldiers. Step 2, invading Poland. Step 1, crumbs all over the bloody carpet. Step 2, candy. Step 3, profit. Oh. I've got to go with invading Poland.
Thank you.
It was just the invading Poland that pushed me over the edge.
You're welcome.
Okay, Callum, you read?
Okay. Right. Okay. What's my secret power?
I'm going above this. Okay. Okay.
Alright. My secret power is unrelenting genital punishment, self-loathing, and D's nuts. Oh, that's a tricky one. Realistically, it's self-loathing, but I would like it to be D's nuts.
Yes!
These nuts.
Just felt like being that douche.
God.
Okay.
Ladder.
6.
In Wormwood Scrubs, word is you can trade 200 cigarettes for. You know? 200 cigarettes for the violation of our most basic human rights, a balanced breakfast, Emma Watson. I think your jokes are all pretty terrible. Like, I don't think anyone good. I don't know, I'm gonna go with balanced breakfast.
Yes! I won one!
For like the first time, and everyone's like, wait.
I have 3! You're all losers compared to me.
I'm like winning.
6.
I have 7, I think.
Yeah, how many does everyone have?
5, 6,
Well, Lana's winning.
7, 8.
Lana's 4.
That means I'm the
Ooh.
funniest one on this show.
Yes. For my next trick, I will pull blank out of blank. It's gonna be so bad.
Okay, I'm good. I'm getting a very good one.
Okay.
And you can just like miss out the blank bits where we're all just picking up cards.
Yeah.
Go first.
Okay, are you guys lit?
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
Okay. For my next trick, I will pull your weird brother out of the Scouts. Oh God. For my next trick, I will pull puppies out of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I will pull sunshine and rainbows out of black people.
Spit on.
I have to say your weird brother in Scouts.
Thank you.
Ugh.
God damn it.
Alright.
I'm 9 now.
Okay, Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
Dougal, oogle, boogle.
What's there a ton of in heaven?
Okay.
What's there a ton of in heaven? The unbelievable world of mushrooms? Amputees?
That's-
Gladiatorial combat.
I think.
I like amputees.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, is it my turn?
Okay.
Okay. During sex, I like to think about
That was like a burp and a laugh and a choke all in one there. Douglas has got a good one. Let's start putting them on the edge for him. Just-
Yeah. You really struggle to pick them
So
up.
you like knock them over or something.
Oh shit. Okay. During sex, I like to think about a mime having a stroke, hospice care, as you know, risk way to make $2,000 from home. A mime having a stroke.
Yes, thank you.
Damn it.
Yes, I am the winner.
Oh.
It's like 9 now. I got 9.
Oh God,
You're
we're
10 now, don't
gonna
you?
lose to Lana.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Get your card while she is.
You can't win this round though, Lana, because you are reading.
10. Yeah, but I got 10. So. I got 10, huh?
Oh God.
What ended my last relationship, Douglas? Wait, no, that's insane. I have quite a good one for that, actually.
Oh, I don't have 8 of them.
I just got a great one for that.
Okay. Spaniards. Jade Goody's cancerous remains. Pedophiles. Oh god. Is that like you being the pedophile? Or quite like the cancerous remains.
Yes!
Oh god. Okay. Don't do that. Fuck's sake. What gives me uncontrollable gas?
There you go.
Okay. What gives me uncontrollable gas? Pooping back and forth forever. Sexy pillow fights. Panda sex. Panda sex.
Panda sex wins.
Who's fun?
I go.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Douglas.
What kept Margaret Thatcher busy in her waning years? I have a good one for that as well.
Okay, Douglas, we're ready.
Okay.
What kept Margaret Thatcher busy in her waning years? A plunger to the face. Nicolas Cage. Farting and walking away. It's Nicolas Cage.
Me.
Oh god, no. I've got 11. I'm almost at 12.
This
One
game is
more and
almost
Lana
over.
has won. Kate Callum.
Okay.
Okay.
Here is the church, here is the steeple, open the doors, and there is blank.
You really just can't pick these up, can you?
A robust mongoloid, tentacle porn, blowjobs for every. I'm going to go blowjobs for
Thank
everyone.
you.
I win! Yeah, I'm the funniest
Oh.
one.
I am the funny one.
See, I'll be honest, I'm quite sad because the 6 gay warlocks who rule our world never came up.
Well, I think
I agree.
actually,
Favourites.
I think we should like reveal what the last cards we had in our hand were.
Okay, I had,
For
I
Sophie.
had the Big Bang, Overcompensation, Scientology, Ghosts, Excalibur, Geese, Becoming a Blueberry, and Having Been Dead for a While.
Yeah.
Lana.
I had Denzel expecting a burp and vomiting on the floor, a giant powdery man baby, the swim teen all at once, which I thought I might actually put down, but I put down the blowjobs. Agriculture, Krish, and a brain tumor. I was actually going to use that one for like, why was your mum crying? And I was like, oh.
You
I was like,
I'm in dark.
really need a wicked sense of humour for that one.
yeah, I was like, I'm a bit cruel there.
Oh.
Callum.
A micro pig wearing a tiny raincoat and booties, an ice pick lobotomy, the economy, making a pouty face, social justice warriors with flamethrowers of compassion, right, giving 110%, Link's body spray, and my favourite Vikings, which I didn't get to use.
Okay.
Well, for me, I got being worshipped as one true god, Darth Vader,
Yay.
some shit-hot guitar licks. You must construct additional pylons! It's in capitals. Extremely tight trousers, frolicking, druids, and goblins.
Holy druids.
Okay.
Druids.
So that was our little round of cards.
And then
against
I think we
humanity.
should, and then we'll read the ones that we won. Douglas, you.
Oh, okay. What ended my last relationship? What's my secret power? Blank is a slippery slope that leads to blank. Instead of coal, Father Christmas now gives the bad children blank. How am I maintaining my relationship status? Introducing the amazing superhero psychic duo, it's blank and blank. Daddy, why is mummy crying? I can't remember what I did for that one.
Okay. I had 1,000 years when prayer is when paper money is distant memory, how we would pay for goods and services. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's... And in Wormwood Scrubs, word is you can trade 200 cigarettes for her.
I got the Margaret Thatcher one. Step 1, Step 3 in profit. Weapons used in World War III. Never fails to liven up a party. Spanish Inquisition weapons. Blank plus blank equals blank. Ravaged by, and our only soulless is.
Okay.
Fuck, I dropped that one. Theme of our next Eurovision contest. I remember that one. Next trick, I will pull something out of something. During sex, I like to think about blank. And then the church one that we had for the last one there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drink to forget. Those were the ones I had. One.
Fun.
Okay.
Callum.
I got what is the most emo, which I think was hiccups.
Yeah.
After the earthquake, Sean and Penn brought, I think that was like kids with bum cancer to the
Yes,
people of
it was.
Haiti. The school trip was completely ruined by seeing Granny naked. Next, from J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Chamber of the Jews. Like what gets better with age? I think that was like slapping a biscuit out of an orphan kid's mouth. That's my mum's go to Iceland, which I think it was unfathomable stupidity. I can't remember. Why do I hurt all over 9/11? What's the return of in heaven amputees and what gives me uncontrollable gas? I can't remember that one.
But that was
Anyway,
good.
yeah.
That was our Cards Against Humanity.
Yay!
Woo!
We
so,
did it.
what have we got left? We've got Lana's section left now.
But I was going to do a game, but since Sophie did a game, I was like, oh no, I won't do my section. So we're going to talk about how me and Sophie are now doing cafe reviews.
Yes.
Because Sophie has to wait for a train for a long period of time. after
Technically,
this.
I don't. I had to last week because I was meeting a friend.
This time you don't.
This time I don't, but I'd like to stay and go to a cafe with you because it was fun.
We now go to no, it doesn't matter. Just pile them up.
No,
We
I keep
went
organised.
to cafes because I was going to do who is your anime husbando, but
Yeah.
decided not.
Okay.
My other section was going to be talking about dating sims, but I think we would like to do cafe reviews
Yeah.
because like we've been here for a while, and I'm pretty sure Douglas said something about wanting to leave early
Yeah.
Kind
before
of.
3.
Well, I want to get out of here before like 1:30. What's the time?
Don't know what
Okay,
is
I've got
the
like
time.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
before I
like,
should go.
yeah. So we'll just have a 10-minute review about a cafe.
Yeah.
So have you got your cafe?
Yes, we
Yes.
went there last Wednesday after we finished this. The
Right.
boys had all left. Douglas was a dick and didn't like stay with the ladies.
Because
Nah.
he's a
Yeah, he was gonna go watch something.
No, I Skyped my
Oh
girlfriend.
yeah, you Skyped your girlfriend. That was
Where do I go?
God.
His girlfriend that doesn't exist.
it. Yeah, that were because like we're not sure if she's real or not.
Yeah, we need proof, man.
Is she real, Douglas?
Cheers.
Are
Okay.
you sure? Like, there's no picture of her or himself on his own Facebook page.
Yes, there is.
Hardly any.
His
It's like literally
profile
all that's on my
picture.
Facebook page.
You and this one person
Yeah.
who we're convinced is not real.
But anyway, we went to the Kilted Frog.
We
is
went
it?
to the Kilted Frog, and
Yeah.
it's
a
a
lovely little
cafe and
place.
shop, and they sell like really like homemade
been
stuff and that.
Yeah.
And
I've heard it was riveting.
yes, it's run by French people. That's why the frog in a kilt.
Surrendering.
It's so lovely.
Yeah, it's got very nice atmosphere. All the stuff you would go in, and if it was like done any other way, it would look cheap. But the way it's
Yeah.
done, it looks very homely. Like
It's
you would
really,
see-
it's like quirky.
yeah, it's very
That's
quirky.
it.
It's like the cafe of your romance novels.
Yeah.
Like the
It's
really
like the
homely ones that
cafe-
are
I
out of the way.
romance novels.
I
Shut
could've
It's
up.
the
read a
cafe the
romance
girl
novel.
who reads books meets the hot guy in.
Yeah,
What?
And that starts the shitty romance.
Why would you
unless
go to
like
a
when you're
cafe?
reading them, they're doing like Starbucks or something.
Yeah.
Because Callum is hot.
Alan was hot.
It's funny.
The service is also very good.
Well,
Yes.
we don't go on TV,
Oh, it's
otherwise I
very
think that's a lie.
lovely.
So stop. What did we eat? I had.
We both had
Everything.
crepes.
We both had crepes. I had a one with Nutella
How was it?
and a banana.
A single
I think
banana.
you can see where this one's going.
And
It was your
I.
crepe.
And I had kind of out coffeeed myself, so I just had water, which was very cool. It was served in fancy bottles.
Yeah, you got your own glass and a big bottle.
It was lovely. You had a hot
I
chocolate.
had a hot
didn't
chocolate
you?
and it came, like, they had, like, what was that, bread pattern?
Yeah, it was like a
thing.
bread sort of
Yeah.
thing.
You know those things? They're like almost like you would bake pizza, and they're made out
Yeah,
of
like the
wood.
wooden things
Oh,
for pizza, but
yeah.
for bread.
Like they had a tiny one for that. It was from IKEA.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like we read it, we were
We
like,
found out it was from
says
IKEA.
But
We
yeah,
didn't mind.
My little hot chocolate was served on that, and it was like a very cute floral glass that was about. It was small, but I didn't want that much hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
It
It
was-
wasn't cold, so
was good for the price.
yeah. And I had a lemon and sugar crepe. I
Yes.
didn't think I got enough powdered sugar.
You can never have enough powdered
I think
sugar.
I would like more powdered sugar. The plates were nice.
Yeah.
It's cheap but nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And they also
Very
sold
lovely
lots of
place.
stuff.
Is this the zero?
So
This
like
is a zero. Which
Kilted Frog,
It's
10 out of
we
10.
recommend it, yes, very
Yes.
much 10 out of 10.
Is this like the first?
I'm also very
Yeah,
ill,
that's
so
the
like
starter pack.
I don't
Sorry,
feel
we're
Okay.
sorting out the cards at the moment while we're talking.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
that's
I'm
the starter
considering
pack.
getting it.
It's very
I've been
good.
thinking about
I'm
it for a
quite-
while.
quite ill. So
Hey.
I've just been not contributing as much in this
Oh, right.
I
lesson.
know, it's really sad.
Because-
We've missed Lana and her craziness.
Yeah, like I'm sorry if you expected my enthusiasm, but I'm not. Like I got
And you got
home.
me instead.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, you
Callum
got
instead.
Callum instead.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
The Game of Thrones start, but I fell asleep in my clothes, and I'm wearing those clothes now because I woke up late.
And we were already waiting.
Yeah, and they were waiting for me.
I'd gone 60 miles before you'd woken up.
Yeah, you guys 60 miles. Like I woke up and I was just like, I'm at the station. I'm like, fuck. I was gonna set an alarm and everything and be on time, but like I fell asleep. Like my mum came through twice. She was like, Lana, your chicken. There's chicken in the oven for you to eat. And I was like, thank you. And then she comes through later. I just wake up and she's like, Lana, you gonna eat it? And I'm like, yeah, I will. I hope it's still there because I haven't
Chicken
eaten.
is wonderful.
I haven't eaten since like we got pie this morning.
Oh
I
gosh.
think I went to college on Monday and my birthday cake is gone.
Oh
I
no.
don't want cake.
It
I
wasn't
want
that
cake.
because it was a stormtrooper birthday cake.
Oh, Callum.
What is the time?
Time you got like
Time.
20 minutes past.
13, 14.
Okay.
13, 14.
So, what would you rate this cafe out of 10?
We said
Oh, we
10,
did.
10.
Oh, you did.
We
Yeah.
did, Douglas.
How do we rate your listening skills?
Like we said, it was a good
No one
cafe to
appreciates
visit.
you.
We didn't do 10 out of 10, but like if you want to do that, it's like I don't know.
I'd say it's a pretty,
So you did
8
rate
or
it
9.
10.
I'd say
8 or 9.
pretty solid 8.5, I'd say.
Yeah, 8.5. Killer frog. All right.
Very good.
So I
Um,
don't think we need to do Twitter handles this time.
no,
No,
we've done all that
I-
quite a lot.
No, I think
So-
we should plug every time.
Okay.
Want to
so,
plug? Okay.
I think we should.
Let's
I-
start one on Tumblr. Yeah.
Douglas, you're about to do it, and I'm singing the songs.
At Dianagas. And also Kate Cruvader on
Yeah.
comicbookmovie.com if you want to read any of my articles.
Artificial Sophie B. That basically on everything.
It's just Callum Fairley on Twitter, so you'll find it hopefully. Or maybe not if you don't like it, I don't know. Come with the copy if you want anything. It's shite, but just turn up anyway because it'll be fun.
Are we all done?
You give puns to your customers, don't you?
Yeah, only the ones that are on the arseholes.
Like, who needs music?
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba, da, ba, ba. Anyway,
We need to say bye.
We
Did
need-
you just pause it?
No.
we need to say
Anyway,
goodbye.
that was our
Bye to-
podcast.
That's
So,
our podcast. That was our one
your little
podcast.
signing off
It's
thing.
Lana saying goodbye.
Sophie saying goodbye.
That was so bad. Go.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Fucking sing, you piece of shit. We said goodbye.
That's what's Callum saying Auf Wiedersehen.
Douglas, go, you piece of shit.
My name is Douglas and I'm gonna drag this.
That's
podcast out.
Douglas Yanagos. Goodbye.